doors, but with their doors open, they spot a $20 bill on the floor. Who picks it up? Santa Claus, of course. The others two don't exist.
Our speaker one is Larry Thomas, and today Larry will be taking us on a twisty, turning adventure as he tells us about that rides lift you up into the air.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, and honored guests. Imagine accelerating 150 miles per hour in 5 seconds, falling 418 feet and remaining unhurt, or flying like a bird without sprouting wings. This experience is possible on roller coasters. I will tell you 3 aspects of roller coasters: the history of roller coasters, different types of roller coasters, and what is behind a roller coaster ride. People's desire for intense thrills began as early as the 1600s. In Russia, carpenters constructed large wooden ramps that were covered with ice. People would ride down these thrill rides on sleds. The first official roller coaster was constructed in Paris in 1817. People would climb into carts that were securely fastened to a downhill track, and they would ride, and even though these rides were very popular, they were still extremely dangerous. In 1850, a mining company in Pennsylvania owned a downhill railroad that transported coal to a town 10 miles nearby. For a small fee, some people were allowed to ride down these carts as a thrill ride. The tallest roller coaster I have ever been on was only 232 feet, and it is the Intimidator at Carowinds. Currently, at Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina, they are constructing a new giga coaster, which, when it is completed, it will be 325 feet tall, and it is called the Fury. I cannot wait to ride this roller coaster. Roller coasters are very cool. I hope that you have learned more about the history of roller coasters, the physics behind a roller coaster ride, and different types of roller coasters.
Have you ever known anyone who struggles with pride? Today, Hannah will be sharing a biblically based story about pitfalls of being puffed up with pride. Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, and honored guests, I would like to introduce you to my friend, Puffy. Puffy really likes to puff up herself. Sometimes she says things like, "Don't I look beautiful today?" Or, "I'm the smartest person in my whole school. I'm the nicest person in my family." Oh no, Puffy just thought too much of herself. Today, I'm going to tell you a true story from the Bible about a man who liked to compare himself with other people and thought about himself more than he should have. Have you ever met someone who likes to think they're all this and all that? They might think they're stronger, faster, more popular than other people. There are people like this in Jesus' time. Jesus did not like it when people thought about themselves like that. Jesus said, instead of being prideful, you should be humble. Being humble means that you do not always expect people to give you special treatment. Jesus didn't like it when the people thought they were better than everybody else. God pleads with the tax collector's prayer because the tax collector prayed with humility while the Pharisees prayed with pride. The next speaker is Suzanne Thomas. Suzanne Thomas is a 12-year-old author who has written 7 books. Today, Suzanne is going to share with us about her love for writing.
Noticed the hairline fractures in the ice and kept running towards the key. This is a line from my most recent book. I'll tell about it later. Madam Toastmasters and honored guests. Some people have hobbies like sports, art, or music. Mine is writing books. There are 3 things I would like to talk about today. First, how I started writing books. Second, steps to writing and creating a book, and third, my favorite books I have written. My writing career started in 2011 with a school project that told me to write and illustrate a book. This caught my attention immediately, and in a few months I was finished. It was about moose, of course, and money. Two moose, who are the main characters, their dad does not have a job, and that they need to find some money before they have to move from their beloved home. The book was short. It could have had a better climax and plot, but the experience was so much fun that I kept writing. The quote starts, "I'm going down to the dungeon to investigate," said Hazel, humming to try to block the rumbling sound beside her. She passed the secret door into the bottom floor and opened the dungeon. It did not smell musty like other dungeons, but was very clean. To her surprise, there's a rather large button on her left. She mustered her courage and pressed it. I have written 7 books, and I plan to write more in the future, no doubt about it. Thank you.